testing right now. We're currently testing for our video. We just want to make sure you can all see and that everything works well. And we hope that everything, we've had some technical difficulties as well, but hopefully everything will continue to progress as we intend. So I'm just double checking right now and making sure our live works well, as today we will be looking at detoxifying the gut. Detoxifying the gut naturally. And just want to ensure that we have everything 100% so that way it will all be able to be fully functional. And we're just so happy for each and every one of you that's been able to join with us as well. So just give me one moment, just double checking with the team to make sure everything is good. Alright, great. So I think we should all be good. Again, feel free to use the chat throughout this video. I will be sort of monitoring the chat every now and then just to make sure everything is good and that you all could hear me properly and I can answer some questions that you may have. And again, we sorry about some of the confusions. I know we've had 2 different links, so it's sort of confused many different individuals, and we're hoping that we can still get many people as well joining in this entire session today, even with the link disturbances. But we will be moving forward and seeing how we can be able to detoxify the gut naturally. And when we speak about the gut, we're looking at the entire GI tract, the entire digestive system. Now, when one of the things we recognize is that there is something that we do every single day, and some people do it more often in the day than others, and that is what we call eating. We eat every single day, and as a result of the things that we consume, as a result of the way that we eat, and just all of these items and aspects, it brings about the condition of our gut, whether it may be a healthy gut or also a bad gut. So we want to know, how can we reset that, how can we detoxify that, and how can we cleanse that together. So what we'll be sharing with you today, I have several things as well that is in front of me. I have different types of herbs that we'll be looking at today. I have different types of food items that is dried. I have seeds as well, and my wife is in the back assisting me, so I'm just going to make sure that she gets me an extra set of seeds, but it's a powdered version, because we'll be looking at the powdered version of the seeds, flax seeds. We have just different tools, different gadgets, different things that we will be utilizing today. So we have oils, we have lemon, herbs, drinks. So there's so many different things on the table, as well as other types of herbs that are very much demulcents, miscellaneous. We'll talk about that as well. And the key goal of this is we want you at the end to be able to understand, okay, how can I now be able to implement different natural, powerful remedies and means to be able to clean out the entire gut, going all the way through the throat area to the stomach area, all the way down to the intestine, the small intestine, the large intestine, out through the colon, and of course declogging that area as well to ensure that you can be able to release the extra weight that so easily beset you, right? So we want to make sure that we can lay aside whatever fecal waste that we are carrying with us. We do not want to carry this with us into the new year. We don't want to carry extra fecal waste that is unwanted waste through this new year as well. So again, thank you so much for being able to join on. I know it's been a minute since we've had our natural remedies uncut sessions as well. We do look forward to sharing powerful things we have in store, and you want to make sure you stay tuned towards the end of this video, because we have a special just a special event that we'll be having an entire special detoxification workshop where we will be having every single one doing a cleanse program at the very same time. Something that we have not really done on that scale before, but then you want to make sure you stay on, because we'll be having like a joint experience where you can be at home, being able to cleanse, being able to detoxify your body, and at the same time being able to experience powerful health, powerful healing. Bring me soon that charger. But yes, so then again, thank you all for being on. So what I'm going to do, we're going to delve and dive right into this together as we start things off. And I just want to make sure that we all could be able to see exactly what we cover in here today. So we're going to look at several different things, several different factors, and see how you could be able to get help through the entire gut. We're going to look for different remedies because we realize that many of you right now may be listening and visiting from many areas around the world, and there may be things that you could be able to do. Now, as we look into the gut, just some key foundational things that we'll be doing as well, as we get also some extra water there too, and also a knife. As we do that as well, essentially what we realize is that 80% of the immune system is within the gut area, right? So you have 80% of the immune system within the gut. So why is it so essential? It's because one, the gut essentially is very crucial to be able to allow your body to fight disease more effectively. A lot of people are unable to fight disease effectively because essentially the gut is really toxic and it's unable to function efficiently. So the key goal is, how can we be able to essentially remove a lot of the toxic waste all the way through the colon and also the stomach. But at the same time, many people through a bad gut as well have many different issues with absorption issues, assimilation issues, unable to digest certain foods properly and effectively. And as a result of that, you can easily become malnourished, receive malnutrients to the point where you're unable to get the proper vitamin and mineral intake simply because you basically have a gut that is not functioning well. So at the end of this, we really want to see, okay, what can we do to ensure that we can be able to have a gut that is pretty clean, and the cleaner the gut, the better the gut, the more healthy bacteria that we have within the entire gut area is, the better it's able to function for you. And the key thing is we'll be looking at is, the more unhealthy bacteria we remove, the easier it is for healthy bacteria to populate. So you will definitely notice that your gut microbiome will be able to be helped a lot more by being able to implement something like detoxification. And again, just want to acknowledge everyone that is on. I will also be every now and then looking through the chat just to be able to see any questions you have. Feel free to drop your questions. Feel free to drop any engagements that you may have, any thoughts you want to share in the chat. I'll be looking out for that and seeing how I can help in answering those as we go along. Previous to that, we were using Zoom for our lives, so we were able to engage there, but of course now we're doing it on YouTube, so we're hoping that you can continue to share that link with others as well. We will be diving right now into some remedies. So as we dive into this, make sure you hit the share button, share it with friends and family, anyone that you think that this will be benefited by, which again, if there's anyone that you know that eats every single day, then I think they need to hear this and they need to be here. Alright, so now what we're going to start off with right now is seeing how we can be able to start off by utilizing something that may be familiar to many, that is called aloe vera. Now, aloe vera is great, especially for the gut, especially for the colon health. And what we'll be seeing as well, I'll be showing you how to make aloe vera water or aloe vera juice essentially. Now, I'll be showing you how to do it from water, and I will be mixing it into a cup as well, and showing you how to be able to do that, right? So now, this here is aloe vera. I was able to get this wonderful plant from one of my wife's pots that she has. She has nice aloe vera that is a nice decoration to the house, but you know, it's not just a decoration. It's not just a nice live plant for the purifying the air and so forth, but aloe vera is very powerful for many things. It's actually one of my favorite herbs to be able to have handy. I think every single person needs to have an aloe vera plant in their home, and even multiple of them, or even outside your home if your weather permits, wherever you are. The reason why is because aloe vera is great for both external factors like the skin health. It's great for like burns and wounds and just many different issues. But at the same time, aloe vera is also great internally as well. As a result, aloe vera works also like a laxative effect. It creates a laxative effect. It could definitely stimulate the bowels in being able to get more movements going. Not only that, but aloe vera is what we call the emulsant. It's something that is what you call miscellaneous. Any of your herbs that is more slippery type in texture, like aloe vera, if you know, we'll see it very soon. It's something that is more slippery, and usually your slippery herbs are extremely healthy for your gut, extremely great for your stomach. And what happens is that the miscellaneous aspect of the slippery herbs actually serves as a coating to the stomach, right? And when it coats the stomach area, you notice that that is actually very healing to it as well. So if you want to be able to detoxify the colon, create that laxative effect, you know, build up the stomach area, allow it to be able to be more effective in the processes and everything else that it does for you every single day, then aloe vera is a really great option. And I'm going to cut this here to show you how we're going to make it together. However, this is the recipe that you want. What you want to do is get an aloe vera leaf, and of course it may come in different shapes and sizes, but what you want to do is cut out the skin, as the harder skin layer to the top, right? First, I mean, typically you do have the prickly side of the aloe vera. You can actually go ahead and like cut the prickly side out for the part that you'll be using. That'll be like the first thing you can do. Cut that prickly side out. And after you've cut that prickly side out, essentially, then you'll go ahead and just cut this part out, right? So what you'll be doing is using about like a 2 inches of like aloe vera, right? 2 inches of aloe vera gel. So what I'm going to do with this here is I'm going to go ahead and cut out the harder layer of the skin of it, and so that way you can get the inner part, right? The inner part of it there. And let me see if I have a spoon. What I'll do here is I have like a nice little cup. I'm just going to put the aloe vera in. Now you can actually scrape it right out. Of course, the closer to the leaf you get that nice bitter aspect too. But I'm just going to scrape the aloe vera gel out inside of that cup. So all I'm doing is just scraping it and getting it inside of the cup. You're getting inside of the cup. So I'm going to show you this as well. When I finish scrape it, I'm going to show that to you as well. And what we're going to do is, you know, well, since I scraped it, it's not as much. And again, the piece I had was very small. But let me just show you this here as well, so you can actually see, get an idea of what we have here. I'm just going to double that because we want at least 2 inches of the aloe vera gel in there. This one is a pretty small piece of aloe vera, so I'm just going to make sure that, you know, we just get some extra in as well, just so that way it can be effective. A lot of times as well, people think, okay, well, you know what, if a recipe doesn't work for you or natural remedy may not work for you right away, well, two things. One, you want to be consistent with natural remedies to really get the results that you need, but also number two, you want to ensure that you use proper concentrations for what you're looking to achieve as well. So for example, let's say if this doesn't really get you moving as you would like, then you can increase the amount as well to be able to get a much better, you know, just a much better reaction. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scrape this part out as well, so that way we have the extra aloe vera, and it's right here. So now, typically what you would do as well is with this aloe vera 2 inches, you want to go ahead and put 1 cup of water. So if I put like 1 cup of water in there, now there are 2 ways you can do it. Let's say this here, what I would do naturally, this is not fully blended, and you know, it's not fully blended. So the nicer way to do this, which you would ideally want to do, is go ahead and take your blender and then blend this. And I'm just going to take out, there's a green part in there. Now, I'm just going to show you exactly how it will be done. Let's say if you have a blender, this one is very simple. This is like a Nutri bullet here. If you have a Vitamix, whatever you have, you can be able to do it. You'll essentially go ahead, get your aloe vera jar, put that water in there. So now I have the gel and I have the water in there. Close this up, and what I'll do, I'll have my helper here, my lovely wife, to be able to just blend that up for us, right? While she blends that up, I'm just going to talk a little more and see if there's anyone in the chat that may have questions as well, so we can help in answering those. But feel free to use the chat. I want to be able to see if you have any questions, because I'm going to show you how you can use this aloe vera gel and that you can get tremendous benefits from that as well. Now, aloe vera is extremely good. Even if someone falls, right, I mentioned, right, and you get like a bruise, an open wound, aloe vera has been like one of my go-to favorites, right, to really get powerful results. And what I've noticed is that if you want to prevent the formation of keloids from any type of like burn or any issue that you're having, then aloe vera is a great option. However, especially for things like ulcers, right? It's many stomach related issues. Aloe vera is really a great option. And so we've had individuals who have had ulcers, bleeding from the stomach area or even in the rectal area. Then we've noticed that aloe vera was a really great option to be able to really coat that entire lining, and works very well for that. So this is what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how this looks right here. So this is a wonderful cup. So all you sit back at home, you make your aloe vera juice or aloe vera water, pour it into your cup right here. Whoa, looks delicious, right? And then you go ahead and you drink this. I didn't drink it just now because, hey, I don't want to be running to the restroom while I'm talking to you. But I'm sure it tastes delicious. And again, of course, aloe vera is very bitter. But there's a saying that goes, the bitter, the better. So not because it's bitter, it means that it is not good or you shouldn't do it. But you want to experience a lot of the bitter stuff. You want to be able to drink it because oftentimes it's really cleansing to the blood and very powerful as well. So what we're going to do here is move on to our next remedy. I know we looked at aloe vera water, aloe vera juice. We're going to move on to our next remedy here and see what else we can be able to do. And we're going to use hot water in that one as well that we're about to do, and show you how to make a tea for the gut, right? Very simple ingredients, and we're going to show you exactly how to do it. So what we're going to do is this here. We have a hot water here, and I'm going to walk you through how to make a tea, right? However, before I walk you through how to make a tea, colon cleansing is extremely powerful, and throughout the past few years, we've been able to essentially like do powerful detoxification, with individuals around the globe. I'm sure many of you listening online may have done some of our cleansing programs before. We'd love to know how that have been for you, your experiences. However, at the center that is operated in New York, which Renwa right now directs, Eden Lifestyle Home Center, Pine Bush, New York. At that center, detoxification has been an instrumental part in every single session that is done there. The reason why is because when we started detoxifying the body, we realized that many people were receiving healing even without all the other aspects being done just yet. So like, whoa, many issues are going away as a result of just detoxifying. And this is what we realized, right? We realized that a lot of people are getting so much help is because they're literally stopped doing the things that have been causing their problems in the first place. The reality is a lot of the diseases that we have today is as a result of what we eat. Yes, it's true. Like our mouth actually gets us in trouble quite often, especially as it pertains to our health. And by simply having people stop doing what they're used to doing every single day, which is eating usually a lot of unhealthy foods, and by taking a pause, the body is naturally resetting itself already. So again, being able to reset the gut, one of the most powerful ways is actually taking a pause. Taking a pause from eating and stopping doing the things that have been causing a lot of your problems to begin with. And we notice that by just taking a pause, and through that as well, when you pause, usually we take healing teas and healing juices. By just drinking juices and teas and not lots of solid foods, we realize just in that cleansing period, you're able to actually allow the body to reset itself naturally as well. Coupled with that, usually we utilize our colon cleanser. Inside this colon cleanser as well, we do have like aloe vera in there, but I'm going to mention some of the other ones, herbs that we found that also absorbs toxic waste and helps to remove it from the gut. Now, what we like about this colon cleanser, which is, we also call it like a no enema colon cleanser as well, right? Because I know a lot of people are afraid of inserting enemas into the rectal area, which is a great remedy, and it has its place, and it works really well for individuals who may need that. However, if you at home, or maybe you're at home, you want to do a cleansing, or you don't have an enema as well, well, this no enema colon cleanser, we found out doing it internally, not only cleans out the lower colon area, or the transverse colon area, but it goes through the entire gut, all the way through the stomach to the small intestines. And something about the small intestine very interesting is that the small intestine is about 10 feet tall, right? So I'm about like almost 6 feet. Add about 4 more feet to me, and that's your small intestine. What's very interesting about the small intestine is that it's used to absorb a lot of our vitamins and minerals, and a lot of the foods that we need to build up a healthy body is absorbed there as well. Now, if you spread out like the small intestine in like a surface area, then you will get about a quarter of a football field. Now that's huge. Now you can imagine like millions of villi and just coating the entire intestinal area, just waiting to absorb all the different nutrients and foods that we have. But there's so much toxic waste built up in there that your body is unable to use it properly. So that is why we want to ensure that we can detoxify the gut, so we can get better absorption, better digestion, and also we can get better immunity on a whole, right? So you have different herbs in here, for example, like psyllium husk. It's really good. It's a high fiber herb. It's also used for laxative effects as well, but it doesn't give the extra griping pain because it's more like fibrous. You want to make sure you drink tons of water whenever you do any colon cleansing. Something to keep in mind, because a lot of your colon cleansers, definitely binds and has lots of fiber too. So you want to drink lots of water. Also, we have things in there like slippery elm, which we'll talk about right now. We have flaxseed, senna, and also we have aloe vera as well. So what I'm going to share with you right now is something very simple, but also something very powerful. How to be able to utilize slippery elm to be able to help in building a healthier stomach and a healthier gut. And I see a question here. Let me just see here. I know someone says, aloe vera better without the skin or with the skin? I find that the gel inside is not bitter, it's the skin. Yeah, so the skin definitely is a lot bitter. Of course, like let's say if you scrape it out, you will get some of the aspects in the skin that would be a little more bitter, but it wouldn't be as bitter definitely as the skin itself. But for the purpose of making your aloe vera juice, what you'll be doing, which you can actually take that aloe vera juice, you can actually take it during your entire cleansing program, anywhere from 2 to 3 times a day. Then you can definitely use the gel and be able to drink that as well, right? Now, when it comes to the other aspect here for the slippery elm, I'm going to show you how to make slippery elm very simply through utilizing slippery elm powder. So again, like within our colon cleanse, we do have like powders here, but I'm going to share with you something, how to be able to use slippery elm powder. Let's see something here. Yeah. So then, so then also the aloe vera, usually when you pick it as well, there's usually like a yellowish liquid as well. That's, if you allow that to drain out, that yellowish liquid, then usually the bitterness is also diminished as well. So it would be a lot more palatable to the taste, a lot more easier for you to consume. Now, something to keep in mind as well is that what we're going to do is make like a slippery elm tea, right? We're going to make a slippery elm tea very simply, and this is the recipe for it, right? Very simple. We're going to use powder, so it's super easy for anyone to actually do in a very quick manner. We're going to allow that to steep. So what we're going to do is use 1 tablespoon of slippery elm powder. So what I'm going to do, I have a nice cup here, right? Teacup. So we're going to have some tea time together. Now, I have my slippery elm powder here, and I'm going to show you what I'll be doing. So I'll just put 1 tablespoon of slippery elm powder. Let's make sure we get that. Alright, 1 tablespoon slippery M powder. I'm going to put it into my teacup here. And then very simply, essentially, I have already 8 ounces of, well, I have boiling water in there, so I'm going to add about 8 ounces in there. So essentially the recipe is mainly 1 tablespoon slippery M bark powder. Then you want to add about 8 ounces of boiling water into that teacup and allow it to steep. So let me do this here for you as we do this. I'm just going to like add about 8 ounces. Now, it will get a little bit slippery or slimy, and that's fine. That's the nature of it. And I'm just going to mix it properly because it definitely will also coagulate to combine together. So you just want to ensure that you properly have it mixed. And you know, sometimes, let's see here. Yeah, the hot water will definitely make it coagulate, but you want to allow that to steep, in there. And as you allow it to steep, essentially the slippery M tea is what you'll be drinking, right? So you want to ensure that you properly have that mixed in. The slippery M tea is what you'll be drinking. You stir it. Then after, you allow it to sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm just making sure this is all good. Just making sure this is all mixed in properly. We stir it properly. Yeah, so it's all mixed there. It's all mixed, and we'll just ensure that we can be able to allow it to seep. So we have our slippery M tea, 1 tablespoon of slippery M powder, 8 ounces of water, properly mixed. And even as you pour it, you can start mixing it too to avoid it. Definitely it will thicken up, and it's fine. It will thicken up. You want to drink that down, and if you want to add a little better taste to it, definitely you can squeeze a little bit of lemon. So you can grab like your lemon right here, and you can squeeze a little bit of lemon into there, and that will also give it a much more palatable taste. And also lemon is really good as well for the gut. And while we wait for our tea to steep right here, this is what we're going to do as well. We're going to share something about, since I mentioned lemon, we're going to share something very simple about lemon that you can actually be able to do. Now, for most people, if you say, hey, you know what, during my entire cleansing that I'm doing, I really want to get my gut, my colon health together. Maybe you're going to do the aloe vera, or maybe you're going to try the slippery M as well. Something that you can actually do during that process every single morning that actually works really well for the gut is lemon water, right? So lemon water is something that you could do, or lime. You can use lime as well. You can even use like lime, lemon, key limes works very well too. Essentially, what you would do there is you would grab like an entire lemon. You get like a lemon. You can even use anywhere from half a lemon or more. Anywhere from half a lemon, right? You will squeeze that into your entire, even 16 ounces of water. You put that into 16 ounces of water, and then you will essentially drink that every single morning. So one of the good things is that water is a powerful and natural flush for the gut, right? Water itself is powerful. If you haven't drank water today, or you haven't drank much, make sure you grab it right now. Grab some water, drink some water. It's extremely powerful, especially for the gut. Lemon works extremely well. Now you couple that with lemon as well. Naturally, what you'll realize is if you take lemon water within the morning as well, it actually sets the tone and gets your bowels starting to move. So it goes through the entire GI tract. It stimulates the peristalsis movement as well, and allows your bowels to actually move more effectively. So if you haven't tried that as well, I know maybe some of you have, some of you may not have, then that is something that you can actually do on mornings that works extremely well. So you have to keep that in mind as we essentially implement that. So going back to our slippery M, now our slippery M been sitting for about 3 to 5 minutes, so now we can drink it. You can't really see it fully right now, however, I'm just going to mix it a little bit here, and wow. So let me show you. You wouldn't really be able to see it, but I'll sort of drop it in. See, it's a little slippery, and that's fine. It may not be the most palatable in the taste or the texture, but you drink for health, and that's really the key goal. But there are things you could do to be able to help with the taste. Like I said, add some lemon in there. That will definitely help a good bit, and you can get on your way to detoxifying in a much more palatable way. But it's not always about tasting good at times. When it comes to medicinal aspects, right? Of course, when it comes to your food, you want to cook food where it tastes good, it looks good, it smells good, and it's nutritious. But however, as it pertains to like your herbal remedies, not all the time should you expect it to taste the best. All right. Again, remember, the bitter, the better. The bitter, the better. So then, what we're going to do right now is talking about tasting good. You know what? I'm actually going to share you a recipe that tastes good, and something that's great. You know, if for any age group as well, because from the youngest child to maybe one of the older adults. It's a remedy that actually works extremely well, where in the sense that it's effective and also it actually tastes like really good. So again, this is what you call your smooth move. So what I'm going to do is show you like a recipe here. It's called a smooth move, and how you can actually be able to make it to get powerful results. And so this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to add this, and I'm going to put it in a container first, so that way you can actually see it, and then we'll sort of like show you what to do with it next. Usually you can just add it to your blender right away, but I'm just going to add it to the container here for now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 3 cups of prune juice, and we'll also need to, that recipe will also call for like grounded flax seeds as well. So I'm going to share this with you here. So we're going to add 3 cups of prune juice. So what you want to do is, if you get it at the store, if you get the prune juice at the store, essentially what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get 100% prune juice, right? So you don't want to get something that is diluted. You don't want to get something that essentially is not just diluted, but I mean fully, but it's just like just a lot more water only. But in addition to that, you want to get something that is without all the extra additives that they add in. So if you can look for 100% prune juice, that's what you want ideally. I went down to one of the local stores earlier today, see what I could find, and I was able to find some prune juice, and I'm out in the middle of almost nowhere, so I'm sure you can probably find it where you are too. So then right now I'm just putting in 3 cups, so I have 1 cup here. Also, I'm adding in the 2nd cup, and I'm going to show that to you as well. And I'm adding in the 3rd cup. So you have to make sure you write this recipe down as well, because this will save your bowels. You know, if you want to ensure that your bowels are properly cared for, and that you can actually get going if you have issues, or you want to make sure you get that good flush out, then this is what you will want to be doing. So right here we have 3 cups of prune juice, right? You have 3 cups of prune juice. Now you want to make sure you write that down as well. That's very important. Then also what we'll be doing is using 1 cup of peated prunes. So now it looks so good, it's almost like, wow, I just want to eat it up. But again, that's probably why many people are with stomach issues today, because with seafood, this is what you call a seafood diet as well. And many of us are on seafood diets that is damaging our gut, damaging our stomachs. When I say seafood, I'm not talking about the fish in the sea, which is, of course, not today. Today may not be the most healthful food at all. However, seafood in the sense that you see food and you eat it. Whatever you see, you go somewhere, you see more food, and you just begin to eat it again. So again, what we want to do is avoid the seafood diet where we just eat every time we see food. We want to be able to put ourselves on a proper schedule. Many studies have showed that even being able to have a spacing in between your meals, at least 4 to 5 hours, is even a lot more helpful to most individuals with their health. So eating 2 to 3 meals a day, exceptional, nothing in between. Many times as we snack and as we eat even a peanut, or even what we may think is a healthy snack, which is really an oxymoron. There's no healthy snacks in the sense that we eat it in between our meals. But those healthy snacks, you know, eat it together with your meal if it's really healthy. But outside of your meals, the reason why we get lots of digestive issues, lots of gut problems as well, a lot of times is really also because we eat really all day. We don't give our stomachs a break. I mean, I hope we can give our stomach a break. It's one of the most abused organs in the entire body. So we're going to add 1 cup. So remember, 3 cups of prune juice, 1 cup of pitted prunes. That's without all the pits in there and the seeds. So I just added that in, and when it's in there, the next one you want to do is 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal or grinded flax seeds, right? So essentially, if you have the flaxseed itself, like what my wife just did, she went ahead and grinded it up, right? So it looks really good. Wow, you did a really good job there. but yeah, so grinded flaxseed works very well. Something that you can actually just use over your meals. You can put it over your cereals, over your oatmeal, over your cornmeal, or whatever it is that you're consuming. You can actually use flaxseed in there when you bake. It actually works very good as an egg substitute as well for bacon, right? Now, when it comes to, of course, the bowels, flaxseed is also very high in fiber, just like the prunes as well, extremely high in fiber. So as a result of that, this really creates a more of a laxative effect because, you know, fiber serves as a broom, right? It serves as a broom in the entire colon intestinal area, the intestinal walls, and it actually helps in sweeping out a lot of the waste in there. So if you want to sweep out your toxic waste, sweep out, you know, your colon that is backed up, intestines, then definitely flaxseed will work very well for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it into our container here, and I'm just going to mix it up. Now usually you will just put it into the blender really, and I don't have a blender in front of me right now, so that's why I'm doing it like this. But if you're really doing it, like, just go ahead, put it into your blender right away, then blend it up. Saves you a lot of time. Once you mix that in, essentially you will blend it, you'll put it into a blender and you'll blend it, and once you blend this here, I'm just going to show you. So I have this here. Once you blend this here, then you have that entire prune juice recipe, which is called your smooth move, right? Smooth move. And essentially what you want to do from there is take 1 to 2 cups, right? Drink about 1 to 2 cups every single day. Now, of course, it all depends on, like, let's say how you doing your cleansing regimen. Then you can even do like 16 ounces at a time every morning, right? If you're doing other things throughout your day and you want to do the prune juice as well, you can just do like 2 cups right away in the morning, and that will actually really set the tone for the day, really start detoxifying and get you moving. Very powerful for that. Just 16 ounces, you can actually take that, and like this will get you going. Or you can take 1 cup about like even twice a day. That works very well. Talking about cleansing as well, just like intermission, right? Before we continue on, we have some other recipes that we want to show you for a moment. But I just want to like share with you something powerful that we're about to do, right? And let me just see if there are any questions before I share that with you as well. And make sure if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I will look at the chat and I'll see as much as I can answer. I will do so. I know someone says, how long do you need to drink these teas for, right? So now, if you're drinking those teas as well, like what I would suggest in terms of time frame, we suggest going on like a cleansing program to really cleanse yourself. Maybe it all depends on the individual. That may be 7 days, that may be 10 days. And I'll share if you have a cleansing program that we'll be doing collectively as a group. I think that would be really great as well in answering that, which I'll come to shortly from here. But then you can also take those teas as needed as well. Like everything I'm sharing with you right now, that could be done during a cleansing program, or you can actually take it individually, essentially, to be able to get the results that you need if you're having maybe some blockage in there at the moment, or some sort of you know, bowel issues going on, or stomach related conditions. Then you can actually take any of those recipes as needed or during a cleansing period. And we're going to come to like I'm going to share some more with you soon on how you can take advantage of a cleansing period as well. Now something else, another question, let me see here. We have okay, great, it wasn't another one, so let me go ahead and share that with you as well as we continue here. So essentially, one of the things you want to look at too is we have something very powerful that is coming up, and I think I'm going to one of our team members, Renoir. He should be dropping it in the chat right now, so that way you can be able to see what we will be doing. We have something that is called the Cleanse Reset, right? We have a Cleanse Reset workshop that we're about to do. If any of you are within our Natural Remedies Uncut WhatsApp group, then you'll be able to see that, right? You'll be able to see that in there. And I'm actually going to open it up right now to make sure you can actually see what is actually taking place, what's going on, so that way you can take advantage of that. And you're going to get those links in there, but then within our Natural Remedies Uncut special program that we'll be doing what you call a Total Body Reset Workshop, right? Total Body Reset Workshop. And again, the link will be in the chat, and also we'll put it in the description as well, so that way anyone watching after this video can be able to see this. And I think it will be great. We need as many people as possible to be able to get on board with this. Now pay attention to this, right? Starting February 2nd. Make sure you write that date down. If you have a paper, a pen, a pencil, write that date down. Starting February the 2nd, we will be doing one of the first ever collective nationwide, hopefully worldwide, because we always have people ordering from around the world as well, a nationwide joint cleansing program, right? And on that cleansing, what we'll be doing as well, we'll be going through all our powerful detoxification items. So we'll be doing things like colon detoxification. We'll be utilizing a lot of those herbs that I'm showing you as well. This entire products, colon detoxification. We'll be cleaning out the liver, right? The gallstones, and showing that the bile and everything else work properly, efficiently. We'll be ridding the body of parasites, parasite cleansing, right? We'll be doing blood and lymphatic cleanses as well. And at the same time, we'll be doing a kidney cleanse at the same time as well. All of these detoxification programs, and also ensuring that we can actually do a guided 30-day detox, right? And again, we really would want as many people to sign up for this. It's really a guided detox. We put you into a private community that we will be able to go live in regularly throughout the 30 days to ensure that everyone is motivated, questions are being answered, and you can get the help that you need as you go along with the cleansing program as well. Now, what we've realized in the past is that there are always some people who are hesitant to cleanse because they're like, oh, can I do this by myself? And just worried, like, is that something I'll actually be able to do? Am I self-motivated enough to do it? Well, here is your opportunity right now, not just to do it by yourself, but do it together with a community. We realize that if there's a community aspect, we can stay encouraged, we can share our testimonies, we can share our wins, what is happening, inspire others, and as a result, we can achieve powerful health together. And I believe that will be a powerful experience. But if you want to join in, which will be starting February the 2nd, you need to get in right now, because again, we do have a deadline, and it's in the next few days. We'll be closing off registrants because we need time to ship the kits out to you. And when the kits are being shipped out to you, you need to be able to receive that and ensure that you could be ready for February the 2nd. So if any of you want to join in that cleansing program, which I think will be exceptional, I think it will be great. It's the very first one that we're doing that is guided. Most of the times we shipped out hundreds and thousands of kits that everyone have done by themselves, but this time we will be there actually guiding along the way. And you want to make sure you take advantage of it. So in the chat, we'll drop it on the WhatsApp chat. Make sure you join our WhatsApp community. We'll drop it on the YouTube chat as well, and also in the YouTube description, because that is something I think will be extremely life-changing, and we believe that we will see powerful miracle testimonies coming about as a result of this. So whether you just want a general cleansing, maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you have an underlying health condition, maybe you have a terminal condition even, we realize that one of the powerful things that you can actually do for your body is powerful detoxification, so that way your body could be in a better position to fight whatever is fighting. But even if you want to maintain overall health, you don't need to have an issue. Prevention is better than cure. I believe this is something that will extremely be powerful for you, and it comes at a very minimal cost. It covers the pricing of all the different cleanses and so forth. The kit and all that will be shipped to you as well. and you will see everything on the link as you go there. But the key thing is to sign up, and sign up now. If you don't sign up today, you'll forget about it, and really and truly we'll be closing it off soon, because we need time for the kids to arrive to your location, so that way we can all actually do it together. So make sure you get in right now. It's the new year, and I know that we all want to have a new you for the new year, right? So that way we can begin to achieve our health goals together. So let's continue on and share some more remedies before our time winds down. We have a few more minutes with you before we wind down for today. Just going to share a couple more remedies so that way we can be able to continue to learn how to be able to take care of our bodies. Now, let me just look at the chat, just make sure everything is good. Let's see here. So someone asked, all the items you mentioned for colon cleanse, slippery elm, and the list of herbs, are these combined or used separately as you are sharing? Great. So good question, right? So for example, a lot of the herbs that I mentioned, we actually have it combined in our colon cleanser, right? Which you will get if you join the entire cleansing workshop, reset workshop that we're about to do. It's all in one, so you don't really have to do all of them separately. However, I'm also mentioning them separately for individuals who may not necessarily have the ability to go on a program like we're about to do, but still want the help that they can have from home. Then you can actually do those different ones separately as well. Now, you can mix some of them together, that's fine. However, you can also do the different ones that I'm mentioning separately, because there may be some people, maybe in different countries, different locations, who has, different sort of, just different restrictions wherever they are. And you can choose sometimes maybe any of the remedies that I may be sharing that may be available in your area and utilize that during your entire period of cleansing. But I suggest taking some time off, whether you join our entire reset program, which we'll love you to, but if not, like, do a 3-day cleanse, do a 7-day cleanse, a 10-day cleanse, do something, right? Stop doing what is causing your problem. It's a simple 2-step solution to achieve overall health. Like, it's so simple that even a child will understand. Like, you just stop and start. Stop and start. That's how you get health. You stop doing what is bad, what is unhealthy, and you start doing what is beneficial to your body. Essentially, what you want to do is stop the bad habits. Now, what is it that causes a lot of digestive, gut issues and bowel issues? Well, let me just share a few with you, because I believe that's very essential to be able to understand, so that way we can be able to ensure that we can get powerful health, right? So one other thing is, a lot of times, like we mentioned earlier, like, people, it's very easy to eat all throughout the day. That is something that greatly affects the body, where you're unable to digest food as efficiently, and over time it breaks down the digestive system. So we recommend having set meal times, right, throughout the day. Having specified times that you can be able to consume at least 5 hours apart on average. Now, besides from that as well, what you want to do is hydrate yourself. Drink lots of water. Your stool is actually a large percentage of water. Most of your emergency room visits is because you lack water. The most obvious thing you want to do to achieve proper health is to drink more water. In fact, the average human body is about 65 or more % of water. So water is essential to life. Water is essential to the gut, to the colon, to proper health. Now, another thing that we realize that is tremendously impacting people in the way that they process and assimilate foods, and the gut health and the development of a lot more bad bacteria in the entire microbiome area, the gut area, is what you call, so it's like how many letters? STRESS, 6-letter word, stress. It's a big factor. That's why we always tell people, sometimes it may not necessarily be what you're eating, but sometimes it may be what's eating you. The reality is, a lot of people with stomach issues, from ulcers to digestive conditions, it's a lot of it is because of stress. If you're stressed, you can be eating the best quality food, organic everything. You can be eating the most wholesome, homemade, like gourmet, looks good. You walk in the kitchen and this thing smells good. But then you're stressed. That is almost of no benefit to you right away, because your body is not able to properly assimilate and digest that food as it would have had you not been stressed out. So again, you want to ensure that you work on those things because that's a key aspect in getting better health. Another one I'll mention here is that fats. Do you know that eating high fats, and again, when I say a lot of fats, a lot of the greasy aspect, especially that of animal fats, yes, animal fat actually could slow down your transit time in your colon to up to 72 hours. Now, a normal healthy bowel needs to be moving all the way from the mouth by the time you eat it, all the way out of the colon in about 18 to 24 hours. But when someone consumes a lot of fatty foods from like animal fats, animal foods, then it slows down the transit time even more. So by simply adding more fibrous foods to your diet, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains, those are powerful ways to be able to allow your entire GI tract to ensure that it gets the daily movement that it needs. The more it moves, the better it is for your body because your toxic waste is not staying stagnant in there. The more stagnant the waste in your entire colon area, your entire intestinal area, then a lot of that toxic matter gets reabsorbed into the bloodstream and it manifests itself in different types of disease. We told in the book of Leviticus 17:11, the life of the flesh or the life of your body, the human anatomy, the human physiology, the life of your body is within the blood. If you have unhealthy blood, you have an unhealthy body, meaning that you become diseased. The healthier your blood, the healthier your body. That is why if you can be able to ensure that you can free your body from toxins, free your body from waste, then you prevent a lot of toxic waste from being reabsorbed into your bloodstream, thus achieving better overall health. So you want to keep that in mind as well. So we're just going to share a couple more recipes very quickly as we end off in a few minutes from now. So let's look at one of our other recipes that we will be doing here together and seeing what else we can actually do for the bowels, for the colon. Now I have something here that is called olive oil, and we have a extra virgin olive oil. Whenever you get a lot of your oils, it's always nice getting your extra virgin, cold press, some of those. However, the oil in the olive is also a laxative as well. Now, in order to get benefits from olive, of course, you can eat the olives itself at meal times. That works. That's fine. Where you can have like 5 to 10 olives with each meal, and that will naturally help in relieving constipation. So if you have olives, you can grab and get like 5 to 10 olives, have that together with your meal. That's a natural way to be able to, just help to keep things going. However, one of the other ways that you can actually do to really get a really good effect, a laxative effect as well, is taking about 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, if you get your olive oil 1 or 2 tablespoons, what you want to do is take that about 3 times a day. So let's say you grab your spoon here, you pour your oil into this, and intentionally, for another type of class, I might be like testing a lot more of the remedies as I speak, right? Maybe if we're doing like blood detoxification or something else, but for the colon right now, just so that I don't have to be, some of those things may be laxatives where it may send you in like some minutes, right? However, what you want to do is grab like a tablespoon of that olive oil, you pour it in there, and you take about either 1 or 2 tablespoons, and you can actually do that about 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Powerful way to be able to help in getting the bowels going. And the oils, it's a demulcent as well, like olive. It really helps in the coating too. It also works very good for the liver, by the way, liver cleansing, liver detoxification. It's great for that. And also at the same time, it actually coats the entire colon area, intestinal area. It's more slippery, and it helps to really helping, almost like a sliding effect, right? Getting that stool out of your colon as well. We actually also use olive oil even sometimes in enemas, right? Enemas, because it gives that coating effect and allows the stool to be softened and get it out of the system. So those are really good things that you can actually be able to do to get the results. So I'm just going to share one more recipe with you because I know time is running out. We have a couple more minutes, time is running out, but before I do here, so someone is asking, let's see what questions we can answer here. Okay, so someone here is asking, does your liver cleanse help with fatty liver and gallstones? Yeah, the liver cleanse we have here definitely helps with fatty liver, and I'll mention the gallstones as well. So the liver cleanse, the powerful thing is it has many different herbs like your milk thistle, your turmeric, different aspects. But we've had people with bulging livers as well, right? Fatty livers and so forth that have come to our center, and for just putting them on the entire liver regimen, cleansing and so forth, tremendous results. The bulging decreasing, inflammation decreasing, and the liver function a lot better. Now, what we do coupled with that, we do have an entire guide we'll be sending everyone. And if you join our entire workshop, our Total Body Reset workshop, we'll also be sending you a full guide, and we'll also be there guiding you through lives in the private community as well. But there's a full recipes here together with it, coupled with it, on how to be able to relieve your body of gallstones, right? How to be able to remove the gallstones from your body. And you will be doing that without knives, without a surgical procedure, natural way to be able to do that. So I wouldn't be talking detail into that right now, but you would have access to that. So just to answer that question. Another question we have here is a smooth move recipe good for 5-year-olds, and what is the intake? Definitely. So it's great for 5-year-olds. You could do that as well. However, like let's say someone who may be younger, you can start off by either cutting it down by half, whatever you would normally take for the adult size that we mentioned. You can take half of that amount, have them start off there, and that is a natural way that they can actually, from their young age, even get the bowels going as well, get that, cleansing initiated, and ensure that they can actually get some of those benefits as well, right? So someone says black olives or green olives. So now the great thing I love is that God, the one who created nature, has provided a myriad of options and alternatives and variations, right? Now, of course, with each variation, some of them may have more potencies than others, but whatever olives that you may have in your area, you can actually use that, and that will actually work out as well, right? So if you have the black olives, the green olives, and so forth, you can be able to use those and still get good results from there. And the other question, let's see here. If you have a subtotal colectomy, how long should you do a cleanse for? How long should you do a cleanse for? So again, like let's say everyone like let's say might probably be slightly different, like to really understand more, like let's say the details as to that particular individual or yourself. However, on a general sense, cleansing, like abstaining from food and doing liquids, typically it's not something that where it will produce harm in that way, in any of those ways. So then whether somebody do a 3-day, 7-day, 10-day cleansing, that's like good averages in a general sense. However, of course, there are always, sometimes we may probably recommend sometimes individuals to do cleansing either longer or even shorter based upon someone's needs. But on a general sense, those work pretty well. Like, with cleansing, doing liquids, waters, teas, juices, you will find that it's a lot easier, a lot better sometimes during that cleansing phase than someone still eating the regular foods that they eat. So sometimes the foods that they may be eating is more of a concern than doing a lot of the other things. But yeah, so then anywhere from 3, 7, 10 days is like good ranges. But when it comes to like the cleansing reset we'll be doing like a 30-day reset. Of course, we wouldn't be doing juices throughout the entire 30 days. The first 10 days, will be one stage. The second 10 days is where we'll be doing mainly juices. The last 10 days we will transition back to consuming foods. So we'll have probably 20 days where you'll be still consuming certain types of foods. We'll be walking you through every single thing. 10 days where we'll be doing cleansings and juices and so forth. But we'll be doing teas all throughout as well. But we want to make sure that you can get a total body reset, total body detox. So hopefully you can join us, and you want to join us right now. So I just want to make sure we put that link again so you can be able to make sure you get access to it and you can join us. So you can be part of that entire cleansing reset workshop that we'll be doing. Now, as I mentioned, I'll be mentioning my last recipe before we end off as well. There's a lot more we'll love to cover, and we'll be doing this every Sunday, right? So we'll be starting back with our Uncut series. Next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be also back to be able to share more remedies with you and powerful ways that you can be able to help in being able to regain your health naturally. But what I'm going to share with you is a recipe that's very much similar to the taste of aloe vera, but probably even worse. But it's even better in the sense that it gives a quick laxative effect, not necessarily better than aloe vera, but it's better for you, good for your health, is an Epsom salt flush. Now, how many of you have eaten Epsom salt before? Like, let me know in the comments, like, what was your experience when you've not just eaten, I mean, I don't know who eats Epsom salt, but how many of you have drunk Epsom salt before? Like, if you've eaten it, I still want to know in the comments because that would be very unique. But how many of you have drank Epsom salt before? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to be able to know it. And some of you, if you can, you say whether it was bad tasting, good tasting, neutral, whatever it is. But I'm going to share with you how to make Epsom salt the palatable way. So this is like an Epsom cocktail, right? I'm not sure if you ever had an Epsom cocktail before, but this is what it is. Now, you want to make sure you take your pens, your paper, you want to write that down, right? Now, this is what we're going to do for our Epsom salt solution. This is what we're going to do, right? I'm going to also see what I can demonstrate here with you. We're going to see what we can demonstrate here with you. So what we're going to do is take our Epsom salt here, and I have, when you do your Epsom salt, make sure you don't get Epsom salt that has a whole bunch of additives in there. You don't want to make sure it has all sort of flavorings and scents and all those other artificial stuff, right? So you want to make sure you get pure Epsom salt, just Epsom salt, right? When you look at the ingredients, Epsom salt. You don't want to get it with anything else. So what you want to do there is, we're going to make a cocktail, right? So we're going to get a tablespoon of Epsom salt. And I'm adding this. Wow, looks delicious already. Wow, look at that. So a tablespoon of Epsom salt. I'm going to use some warm water that I have here as well. We're going to do 8 ounces or 1 cup of water. And it's very simple. You do a cup of water here. And man, it's just... So now, this is what you do. Epsom salt, of course, is... the grains are pretty thick and big. So you want to sort of stir. You want to stir. Let's see here. You want to stir. So that way you can be able to dissolve some of the salts. You can stir to dissolve some of the salts, right? And I'm letting go some of the cocktail. So hopefully we have a lot remaining once we're done. So let's see, after you stir now, so far this is the Epsom salt water, but how do we turn it into a cocktail, right? And that's what I want to share with you today as well, because drinking this by itself is pretty strong. When I look at some of the comments here, you know, someone says it's disgusting. Hey, don't say that too loud before you just play it. Someone else says, it's of course definitely not the best tasting. So like someone else mentioned as well, right? You can take a straw, which is a great option if you want to do it just like that. You can take a straw and you can drink it with a straw, and it will bypass your taste buds. So that way you bypass the taste buds and you can drink it right down without having a lot of the bitter taste within your mouth. But if you want to make a cocktail, then you grab yourself half a lemon, right? Grab yourself half a lemon. Take that thing and begin to squeeze that lemon in there, right? You squeeze the lemon into that Epsom salt water. You squeeze it in there, and as you squeeze that lemon in there, I mean, you can make sure, of course, you take out, make sure there's no seeds in there and so forth. You squeeze the lemon in there, you mix it into that cup, and that's how you make an Epsom cocktail. So you have 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt, 1 cup of water. You put the juice of even almost like a half lemon in there too. It really cuts out that bitter taste. And when you drink this, I mean, this is like, whoa, this is delicious. I mean, probably not like delicious, but it's better than it would have been with just Epsom and water. However, a way in which you want to really bypass, like, man, this is still tough for me to do. Grab a straw, bypass the taste buds, and drink it down. So that's all that we'll be sharing for today, and we're really excited that you all were able to join with us, and I hope that those are some things that you can be able to utilize at home. If you haven't as yet, make sure you join our WhatsApp community, where we will be keeping you updated with whenever we go live. And at the same time, we do encourage you to take that link and share it with many people as possible. Previous to now, we were using Zoom platform when we were doing our Uncut series, and where we were having everything live. But now everything will be live directly from YouTube. So you want to make sure you share that with people, with friends and family. If you haven't as yet, hit the subscribe button right now. Like, if you haven't subscribed as yet, hit the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, don't hit that subscribe button, because you will unsubscribe. But if you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and what that will do, it will allow you to be notified whenever we go live, right? In addition to that, make sure you join our WhatsApp community. It's a free community that you can be a part of, where you can be able to get any resources that we'll be sharing with you. You can stay updated with all of our events, what is going on, and you can be able to join part of a community as well that is with a similar goal, similar mindset as well. So again, we really look forward to seeing you all next week. Next week we will be doing this on a weekly basis now, and make sure you share your link with friends and family, through Facebook, through text message, through WhatsApp, through email, wherever you are. Share it far and wide. And finally, make sure you join our Total Reset Cleansing Workshop. And if you want to get in to start off February the 2nd with us, you want to do that now. That will give us enough time to ship out your kits. Make sure you're in the program. Make sure we can all do this cleansing together. So do that right now. Do not wait. And I hope to see you in there. So until next time, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and may you continue to experience powerful health naturally.